What's going on, guys? Peter Parkour here of the Distorted Theorists, here today with Nicole of Maddox Cosplay and Creations. I got it totally first try. There were no other takes of this in any way, shape, or form. So Nicole is here today. She is in her own cosplay that she created herself, but she's also here to peddle her wares, of which we have behind ourselves. But before we get into it, Nicole, tell us about yourselves.
I've been cosplaying for about a decade now.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, started vending probably about 5-6 years ago, making different things in that. I also do cosplay and drag commissions.
Okay.
And different stuff like that.
Cool. So what are you wearing today? Is this is your own creation?
Yes, this is my own design. It was kind of inspired by this ladybug fabric that came in, and decided to do a steampunk Victorian ladybug.
Cool. I love the little the wire antenna. That's the cutest addition.
Yeah.
It's just
that kind of struck me. I was like, yes.
Yes, it must work so well. Yeah. All right. So before we get into more cosplay stuff, let's talk about your stuff. So what are you selling?
So one of my main things that I sell at my table are really fluffy kind of tails. They just attach through a belt or on a clip.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, I don't understand how that works. But yeah, okay, no. So
there's a little bit of wire, so you can kind of shape them as you will.
Okay.
Also, to go with those, I also sell kind of different varieties of little fur ears.
Oh, those are adorable.
Go with them. There's a variety of other little kind of cosplay accessories. I also do little hats. New this time around are little tiny witch hats. I also do little tiny top hats, little tricorns, and yeah, just kind of little cosplay accessories.
That's great. So where you've been working on your cosplay for longer than you've been vending, was there anything, what was the point where it was like, okay, well now I can kind of start making some of this stuff to give to the community? What sparked that?
I started getting a lot of people asking me if I could make them little things.
Okay.
This, that, and other thing. Just kind of got inspired by seeing what other people kind of had, and was like, I can make these things.
Okay. And so with these commissions, like, do people actually commission you to make anything specific?
I do get requests at commissions, like at conventions.
Okay.
A lot of times I'll get specific like tail and ear colors.
Okay.
Sometimes people will request larger items like LARP cloaks, or possibly corsets and things, stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And judging from what, is there anything that you have kind of seen at this point? I was like, okay, maybe there's another business venture I could go down. Is there anything that you've seen here, like maybe a new product that you might be working on?
Well, I was hoping to have ready for this year instead of just the little hats. I was also hoping to have some like larger witch and wizard hats, like full size ones. Also venturing into probably some more detailed ears and tails instead of just basic models. So stuff like that. Kind of branching on what I already had.
Well, where you mentioned the steampunk, I was wondering, because like when you mentioned the bigger hats and everything, so I was wondering if it was going to get into some of like the goggles and some of the trinkets and everything.
Yeah, I have contemplated doing the goggles and that. I've made a few for myself. I feel like they probably need a little more tweaking before I can.
The one I saw was very impressive with the very like fractals and everything. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a bit much, but you never know.
Yeah, something that needs a little more tweaking, I think, before I can vend it.
Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome. So, this is what we are seeing. So, and many more items that we can find at the table for Maddox Cosplay and Creations. Now, so you're here today. Unfortunately, we are on the third day.
Yes.
So people are going to know about it have already been here. But are you going to be at any other cons or any other expos over the summer?
Yeah. Right now, I have a table booked at the Market from Another Dimension with the Farmers Market on May 29th. I will also be at Con in Clareville. I believe that is June 4th.
Yes,
hopefully that is the correct date.
And I know that because I can't make it. Justin will be there, so one of the Distorted Theorists will be there. So, but I just can't make it to that one.
And there will also be Sci-Fi on the Rock later in June.
Which will be, the Distorted Theorists will also be at there too, so we'll see you there. That will be awesome. And hopefully we'll see some of the new products maybe.
Yes, hopefully.
Perfect. All right, so that's that side of it, but now we got to talk about the cosplay.
Yeah.
So you said you've been doing this for 10 years?
About 10 years.
10 years, okay. So what started you off with cosplay? Was it just kind of a random thing? Did you see someone else that was like, oh, I kind of like to do that? Or was it just like, the hell with it, I'm going to do my own thing?
Essentially, well, I guess it's probably true for a lot of us. I always loved Halloween. Then about 10 years ago, one of my friends was like, we should go to Anime North in Toronto.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, well,
go big or go home.
If we're going to Toronto, it's go big or go home.
Exactly, wow.
And it kind of just went from there.
Okay, and then here we are. We managed at this point. This is a very well put together. It's a full-on, almost like period accurate, I guess it would.
I wouldn't call her accurate, more inspired. But,
okay, inspired.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, that's fair.
It's going for the look.
Yes, absolutely, which works. And so that's what kind of got you into it. But so, what was your first cosplay?
Very first ones I did were Hollow Ichigo from Bleach and Roronoa Zoro from One Piece.
Okay, see, there's so much stuff that I'm on the outside looking in for. There's so much anime that I'm just like, I'm missing out. I know Cowboy Bebop and I know Attack on Titan, but this is what we're hoping that
Good
we
start.
can. Well, exactly,
Yep.
right? And so I'm hoping that we can kind of get a little bit more into it, and maybe we'll feature some of our channel too with some Demon Slayer and everything like that.
Yes.
We'll see if we can get into that. So you've created this now.
Yep.
This is amazing because I love the ladybug theme. But from this perspective, is there anything that you would have told Ms. Maddox from your first one after Anime North? Would you was like, what would like stay away from that? Start with this. Don't do this. Do that.
Basically, set your face paint.
Okay.
It will melt off your face throughout the day.
It's there, yeah.
It wasn't too tragic. I had gloves instead of painted hands, but my face was a little melty by the end of the day.
Help me.
Yeah. And basically, just don't be afraid to just try to make your own stuff. I was a little bit nervous of trying to like make my own things instead of like purchasing or thrifting things, but just go for it.
Well, that's something again. Like in the other interviews that we've done with some of our cosplayers, it's great to see the positivity that comes from this community. And like, I mean, I sound like a broken record because I've mentioned this on a couple of our videos now with our interviews, but it's true. There's immense positivity. Negativity is generally not allowed. You're not really going to be seeing it going like, oh, they did this, but no, that's their own one. Just because it's not show, it's not comic, it's not movie accurate, doesn't mean it.
Oh no, I steampunk many a character.
Exactly, and from that perspective, that's great advice. But like, don't be afraid of it.
Just go for it.
There we go. So, given that, is there any different advice that you'd want to give any cosplayers that are out there that are starting out that you'd be like, if you're going to do this, do that?
Hard to say. Yeah, like again, just feel free to go with your ideas. Don't be afraid to like either go for canonically accurate or make your own design. Both are fabulous. Don't be afraid to like thrift things or buy things or sew things.
Oh, I've been part of that for Halloween stuff for sure.
Yeah, it's all beautiful. It's all great. We all love to see it.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing. Like again, seeing all this stuff here, it's great, and it's, you see it from different. I don't want to say walks of life, but you see, I have a hat, cool. Yeah. And then full-blown foam metal, like we saw our power armor, like that's an insane cosplay that was going on. But again, it's all part of it, and that's what we're here for. So, in terms of building and creating or having your own creations, what's the biggest obstacle that you've overcome or that you've worked through? Has it been community related? Has it been like I had to learn how to sew, I had to learn how to do this, or was it like the biggest thing that kind of got you over a hump to kind of make it easier for you?
I've already had a base in sewing before I started, so that was a major help. Fabrication in terms of like Warbler and foam, still trying to like crest that hill a little bit. Yeah. I feel like I have the sewing a little bit down, so like trying to get more into like larger fabricated pieces and stuff like that. Like that's a learning process. Yes,
and that's my thing because I've got an idea for a Mandalorian that I'm trying to work on, and again, there are interviews of me waxing melodic about this, and I've got my options of 3D printing or foam, and both seem very fun to kind of work with. But there's a learning curve there for sure.
Yes, yeah.
All right, so enough about you, really. Enough about your cosplay. We've talked about you enough. But in the world of geek, in the world of sci-fi, in the world of everything that you're seeing here, what's something coming up that you're most excited for? Whether it be a game, a movie, music, TV show, or anything that's just like, oh, it's got your motor running.
Right now, super looking forward to the standalone Ahsoka series. Hopefully going to have an Ahsoka cosplay for sci-fi if all goes according to plan.
Oh, I'll be very excited.
Lightsabers are on the way.
Star Wars is my jam.
So, yeah, when Obi-Wan and Ahsoka come out, like that's going to be my jam. Season 2 of Bad Batch, there for it.
Very, very excited about all the Star Wars content coming out.
Yeah.
I need more. I need movies. I need more. Yes, it's so good. All right, so one more cosplay question. Yeah. Dream cosplay. If you had a limited time, if you had a limited funds, what would you just be like, I'm putting all my effort into this?
There's one in particular, Alexiel from Angel Sanctuary. It's a manga also had a short run anime as well.
Okay.
She has 3 fairly large wings that articulate.
Oh, yes.
I have done an articulated wing cosplay,
Really? Cool.
but to do the full 3 would be quite fun.
I've seen some of the stuff on TikTok and Instagram with some of these folks that have made these articulated wings. There's one from I saw one from World of Warcraft, and I saw one from Diablo, from one of the Heretic Wings or something like that. Oh my God!
They're most fun to like spread them out full 15 feet.
Yeah,
it's great.
Knock people over, knock things over. It's great. You own the room at that point.
I think I've knocked a few people, not anything stationary, but
it's coming. It's coming. All right. So Maddox's cosplay and creation.
Yes.
So that's it. Is there anything else you want to plug? Instagram, Facebook, any other socials that you want to plug?
I do have Instagram. I do have Facebook. There might be a rather interesting attempt at TikTok. We shall see.
Everyone's going to start in TikTok. So the Distorted Theorists were featured in a TikTok earlier on Friday, so someone has to start somewhere, I guess.
Yep.
Well, that's awesome. So I want to thank Nicole Maddox for coming by and showing us her wares, showing us her stuff, talking about stuff coming up, and especially talking about her cosplay as well. This is, again, this is so well put together. I really enjoy it. So anyways, this is Peter Parkour of the Distorted Theorists signing off, and as we always say on the channel, keep it real.